Okay, so maybe I'm a little Avatar pilled. So Avatar The Way of Water has finally been released after 13 years, and what a surprise, most people love it. It's a beautiful VFX spectacle that transports people back to the world of Pandora like the original did in 2009. Since then, people have argued that the Avatar movies aren't that deep. They're more scenery than substance. Well, I would argue that they are another chapter in James Cameron's mission to prove to viewers that nature rules and humanity sucks. Now, obviously I'm not the first person to tell you that the Avatar movies, or any of Cameron's filmography, have an obvious environmental message. However, the way he does it is unique. He manages to make these massive multi-million-dollar films that make huge amounts of cheddar at the box office, all while telling people they suck. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at some of his filmography over the years to see just how much Mr. Cameron loves nature and how often he points out humanity's flaws. Released in 1984, good old Jim introduced the world to his sci-fi fiction action franchise, The Terminator. Here, humanity has been driven to near extinction by an army of robots, powered by an AI known as Skynet. And who created Skynet? The nuclear missiles they launched, and the machines for their army? Of course, it's humans. Stupid little humans driven by the need to feel smart. It's humanity's drive to evolve faster than they should that leads to their own destruction. Both the planet and people suffer due to these events, leaving the world a very bleak place in this franchise. Just 2 years later, James returned to the silver screen with Aliens, a sequel to Ridley Scott's original sci-fi horror film. This time, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation leads Ripley and a squadron of Space Marines into an alien hive to research potential profit opportunities. Humans suck once again as greed and capitalism lead dozens to their deaths on an alien planet. Another idea brought up in the Alien franchise is the idea of colonization. All of this started because humans seem to always have the innate need to claim somewhere new as theirs. Capitalism is so ingrained into our society that we see or experience something new and immediately question how it could be profitable. This won't be the only time colonization pops back up in a James Cameron project. Obsessed with the ocean, Cameron looked to do for the ocean what Aliens did for space with his 1989 film, The Abyss. Here, a team of divers sink down to the lowest depths of the ocean, where they learn they are not alone. While the sci-fi elements in Aliens might distract from the idea, this film is a really good exploration of the ocean and its relationship with humanity. Similar to space, there's just so much of the ocean we have never explored and have no idea what's down there. It can be a terrifying and fascinating thing to think about. 1991 saw the return of the Metal Death Machines in Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Once again, humans can't help themselves and continue to push forward, the AI bound to cook this planet. The continued push by humanity to create a perfect machine disconnected from nature creates a cold, dark future. This second part might be a bit of a stretch, but oh well, I'm running with it. This movie does also take the opportunity to show the peacefulness and strength nature holds. Most of the film takes place in the cold, dark, industrialized part of Los Angeles. The characters spend almost all their time constantly hunted by the T-1000 in these locations with no escape. So where is it that our heroes finally find some comfort and safety? That's right, out in the middle of the desert in Mexico, one of nature's rawest environments. There's no cameras or machines for the Terminator to hack or communicate with. It's just our heroes, their supplies, and the elements. Inspired by his fascination with shipwrecks, James looked to explore the world's most famous shipwreck in 1997's Titanic. While the main story of the film is a romantic venture, the ship's crew prove once again that man's hubris is no match for the power of nature. Boasting the ship to be unsinkable, the ship sets off on its tragic voyage in one of nature's rawest locations, the northern Atlantic Ocean. Once the ship begins to sink, Cameron captures the raw power of the ocean as the entire ship continues to flood and break under the pressure while passengers and crew are swept away. In 2009, audiences were transported to the world of Pandora in the visual spectacle Avatar. This planet is James Cameron's dream. A lush, untamed forest full of wildlife, raging oceans with mysterious creatures in their waters, and a native people super attuned with nature. Pandora is a peaceful planet untouched by industrialization and capitalism. The Na'vi are one with Awa and the planet, literally connecting their souls to the wildlife and plant life around them. Of course, who comes to ruin it? You guessed it, the humans. Humans have essentially drained the Earth for everything it has and are now searching the cosmos for new resources to keep them going. When they arrive on the planet of Pandora, they immediately begin to colonize the place, establishing their own colonies and mines around the planet. While peace is attempted, it is ultimately for naught, as the humans can't grasp the love that the Na'vi people have for their planet, because it doesn't have a dollar sign on it. Almost all of the humans on Pandora are shown to have no compassion and are at times cartoonishly heartless. Looking to collect the rare mineral aptly named unobtainium, the humans begin mining throughout the planet. Of course, when the mines start to run dry and they learn the Na'vi are sitting on the planet's largest deposit of the mineral, they begin a massive deforestation effort in which to steal the Na'vi's land. Sound familiar? God, we suck. The horrors the humans commit in this film leave no gray area, and you can't deny you're rooting for the Na'vi and all of Pandora to get these pests out of here. Finally, we've made it to the sequel 13 years in the making, Avatar: The Way of Water. Here, Cameron is in his favorite element, the ocean, and uses the opportunity to double down on how beautiful Pandora is and how awful the humans are. While the Na'vi continue to grow alongside the planet and its wildlife, humans have officially killed the Earth, leaving it uninhabitable. So I'm sure you can guess which planet they set their sights on. The Metkaina clan, where Jake and his family seek refuge from the invading forces, lives in and near the ocean. They make bonds with the sea life the same as the forest Na'vi do with the creatures of land and sky. One of their most sacred bonds and traditions is that with a beast known as a Tulkun. Huge whale-like creatures that display clear emotions and intelligence. Of course, the humans can't let a good thing slide and set up a perfect message about the horrors of whaling in this film. Cameron takes us through the entire process the RD goes through to kill these creatures and harvest them for their anti-aging serum in their brains. Similar to the first film, these actions are so horrible, the viewer is cheering for the humans who fail, maybe even claiming they deserve it during the third act. Speaking of that third act, the climax of the film shows the true power of nature as water poses a greater threat than the main antagonists. Set on a sinking vessel, the characters find themselves avoiding falling debris, sucked away and separated, and just trying to stay alive as the water rises. This whole sequence is so tense in a different kind of way than the other fights we've seen throughout the movie. While those could be won with fighting prowess and strategy, this is a fight you can't win once the water gets high enough. Looking at his filmography, it's no secret that James Cameron loves nature and hates how we treat the environment. He also loves to point out that we continue to march towards our own destruction as we continue to advance technology. Almost all of his films have some form of environmental message or display of nature's force. Whether it's a small part of the film like Mexico and the Terminator franchise or a major element like Avatar, he always manages to captivate an audience with his cool displays of this that keep them coming back for each entry. While audiences may question his commitment to a million Avatar films, they will obviously continue to be a gateway for Cameron's voice for the environment. Thank you so much for watching this exploration into Cameron's filmography with me. Let me know what you think of his works in the comments down below. If you liked what you saw here and want to see more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.